Great, it's being recorded. Otherwise, I cannot ask it to record. Hello, John, Jim, whatever your name is, John.
Hi, Lise.
It's been a bad day.
Already?
Oh, yeah, already. This is the day that you should go back to bed and hide your head and never come out till tomorrow morning. Was that a nursery rhyme?
Yeah, probably.
Probably. There was a reason for that. It was true.
Yeah, some wife and mother wrote it, I'm sure.
Definitely. Yeah, I sat here and tried to get on. It tells me I have the wrong ID that it gave me.
Yeah.
So I have to be on a phone, and luckily it's going to record automatically. So we're recording now, and I don't think I can pause it. I'm going to try.
Okay.
Ryan Van Ombaugh and Bill Teeter, who have been running these in person in Saratoga and the Warren, Washington counties for several years, has been very useful. They partnered with Junior Achievement, and they, as you know, had moved forward with 3 virtual career jam programs in the region, one for Columbia Green, one for TAP region BOCES, and one for Warren, Washington, Hamilton, Essex BOCES. The ability to do this is very helpful because we are all going to share the cost of the electronic job platform that would be used as a trade show type presentation. We've been working very closely with the Columbia County Chamber, as Amy Neller, as well as with Jeff Freeman at the Greene County Chamber. We've also been partnering closely with Carl Heck at the Greene County Economic Development Office, with Matt Green and a team that he's put together as the Associate Dean of Enrollment at the college, and with Chris Nardone and Danielle Palesci at the New York Works office, which is the Labor Department's one-stop, and they have been very, very helpful. Yesterday, well, I guess on Monday, Eliana worked with us to send out a 1,500+ piece to all of our email list and announcing the program. And today I saw that the Columbia Chamber had included the same information in their e-news. Yesterday I sent not only to the board, but to businesses that are members and businesses that participated in the job fairs that we had partnered with in previous years with the college and the workforce office and the newspaper, and a personalized, more personalized email in case the email blast that came from MailChimp went to spam. And we have 7 people who have signed up. We are having a webinar tomorrow, which will be recorded. So if people are either not able to attend or aren't yet aware of the program, that they can watch, we can provide them with the link to the webinar as to how you participate. The big concern that we have as a team is once, when you look at the fact that 70% or more of the businesses in the 2 counties have under 10 employees, that they're equally stressed as all of us are with the added complexities of running a business in COVID, that when someone sees this, they may well say, well, this would be really great to participate in, but we don't have our own HR department, we don't have our own marketing department, we don't have the ability to ask multiple staff to take time to participate in preparing for this, and we don't want our exhibit to look substandard to others. So we do have a team together that is available and will be willing to help any business to upload, to prepare, or at least not prepare content for them, but help them walk through what content would make it easy for them to participate. Our goal is 30 to 40 businesses, which would be 15 to 20 businesses from each county. I'm feeling very good about the fact that of getting that goal met for Columbia County, and we're all working together with Greene County. On the school district side, Jim Church, who is also a partner who I neglected to mention when I listed the others at Questar 3, has taken on the responsibility and has successfully lined up all but 3 of the 12 school districts in the county, in the 2 counties. And we're still waiting for Ichabod Crane in Columbia County, and they're waiting for 2 districts in Greene County, but he felt that they would participate. It's just getting to the right person. We are working with Jim because the commitment he's getting first is at the superintendent level, and because this program is geared initially towards 8th and 9th graders, but at the suggestion, I believe, of Jim LePen or John Lee, we opened it up to anyone, but we did want to make sure we had a critical mass of students by engaging the 8th and 9th grade teachers. Unfortunately, in Columbia and Greene counties, 8th and 9th grades are not all in the same building. In some places, there's junior highs, which are 9 to 12, or I'm sorry, senior highs, which are 9 to 12. Middle schools sometimes go to 8th grade, not 9th grade. So, so what we're working with Jim now is to drill down from the superintendent's office to the building principals to the teams that teach the 8th and 9th graders, but also each of the school districts have directories online of staff that provide email addresses for every member of the staff at a school. And we're working with the building principals to ensure that they send something out to everyone in the building or everyone on the staff, because they may not be in a building at this point, to be sure that they're all aware of this program. And then we're working through the school districts and the building principals to get to the PTA so that they too can, in the next 2 weeks, about 2 weeks from now, about when we're a month out, start to promote the event, at least from an awareness standpoint. And we will be doing the same with a couple of display ads and additional marketing in the broader community. So our thought is that if we do get 15 or 20 from each county and we do focus in on making it a success at that level, that post the event and the publicity that we're hoping to receive from the event itself and the repackaging of photos and redistribution from all of the partners, that'll appear to have been a great success, so that when we do it next year in person, it will have some panache or some exposure. It won't be a de novo event that we've all been working on. So, I know there are other items listed on the agenda, and I know Carol has worked closely with Kellyanne Radzic at the college on ensuring the internship component of the Junior Career Institute is carried out, and we're following that, and we're in touch with Carol on when she gets back from her trip to ensure that program also continues and is successful. On the coding front, I think what we've worked with Chris Nardone at Workforce New York, which is the Workforce Investment Board staffing, along with Katie Drake, is the only way we can do coding is if someone helps pay for it. These courses are $900 to $2,000. Some are 3-day courses, some are 2-week courses. And while I think it's a great opportunity to have as available a toolkit, the state or using federal funds really has to step up and work with Albany Can Code and other groups to do it. And it's one of those programs where we can be a supporter versus being the lead, the partner, or the supporter. I still haven't lost sight of the idea of the mini grants, but I think until the teachers get back into the schools, I'm not sure it's an effective tool right now, especially with some of our finances. But jumping back to Career Jam, were there any questions?
And April 14th is still the date?
Yes, yes.
Mike, just one general question. That the Career Jam seems to be our most active undertaking. Broadly speaking, on staffing, are we okay? I mean, I know you're doing a desk to desk.
Yes, we have the two fellows who we contracted with to guide and direct it, and they have put in considerable time because, as you know, last year we contracted with them for $15,000 at a basic $100 an hour. I also, many of you may recall, over the last several years, we've had access to a law student, Pat Garrow, who basically took responsibility for running the job fairs that we did with the college, the workforce board, and the newspaper on an hourly basis as basically a graduate school intern. And he is available and has been doing most of the work in terms of preparing the emails and things that we are sending out, and also is coordinating the follow-up. And in Greene County, there's a company that Carol and Kellyanne had worked with for the Institute, Kevin Witt, and he has a video production company, and for $200, we are able to offer businesses a 1.5 to 2 minute video about what their companies do, and several companies have already signed up for that. So with the size of the team, Chris Nardone and Danielle, they're out hitting the bushes. Amy Neller is working to get people to the table. And so, I do think that, well, I'm very, very sensitive to, the added work here. At this point, it's basically been my time and Ileana's time helping to promote the marketing. And Martha and Lauren have helped in expanding the list of businesses that we are seeking to participate. And I would expect that if we find ourselves at 12 businesses, we would work with Lauren and Martha to, call some of their favorite loan clients or businesses that we may be underrepresented in a particular industry cluster to support and to encourage them to sign up. So I think that the depth and breadth of the team does not put all the responsibility on us to staff it.
Then any other comments, questions under project updates? Okay. If not, we have Lisa, we have a fourth colleaague. So we do.
We now have a quorum.
So just let's quickly, before it evaporates, let's go to the minutes. If you've read them, any questions? And if not, a motion to approve them.
Motion to approve.
Second?
Second.
Second.
Right, those opposed, they're approved. Mike, I noticed it was a short agenda, but Lisa did send some materials out as well, apart from the package. And we might want to take a look at that. Those are the evaluations, if everybody's gotten them. I don't know what kind of approvals you want for that. I thought there wasn't anything strange about the evaluations other than, I think it's question 4. If you have it in front of the evaluation question, the committee as a whole possesses the necessary skills and background to carry out the commission's responsibilities. 4 agreed, two slightly agreed, and I guess the last one is somewhat agreed, disagree. So that was the only place where there seemed to be any kinds of differences of opinion. Anybody have thoughts about that? Or, and Lisa, is this something to review, or does this require an approval?
I think you can review it and we'll put it in the minutes that it was reviewed, and, we're going to enter it into the minutes. It's done.
Okay, because there's very little to approve, but the only thing that struck me, there's one or two outliers, but mostly this fourth item relating to do we as a group have the necessary skills and background? I thought it was a kind of a strange thing to evaluate, but anybody have any thoughts on that, or are we ready just to put the notion of review into minutes and move on?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Jim, I can't speak for, how people feel about committees and their responsibilities and who's on the committees, but in all honesty, I think we should just move on.
Okay. Well, if we're moving on, unless people have other notions, inquiries, or whatever, we're up to public comments. And I assume there aren't any. So, Mike, if you want to direct us in any particular way, or will
No, one last comment. We are working to ensure that we have a number of not-for-profits and arts, culture, and tourism organizations because of the tremendous impact those businesses have on our local economy. But we've had, and I think that there are not only interesting jobs in those areas, but jobs that I think people would find interesting. And it's one of our pitches is to realizing how stretched out businesses and organizations are right now. Is this is an investment it's an attempt to make an investment in the future pipeline to ensure that as the county continues to projected to lose population, that we have a better argument down the road to convince young people to stay or come back after they've gone away to college. So I do think that we want it to reflect the true economy and at least the 6 or 7 principal sectors of the industries that we serve, which clearly include not-for-profit, arts, cultural, and social service agencies.
Carly, just going back to the projects, I think the college is involved with at least 2 of them. I wonder if you had any additional thoughts about what Mike is saying.
I'm sorry, I'm hearing, I wasn't able to hear you, Jim.
No, I was directing the question to Carly and just observing that the topic. I just wondered, Carly, whether you want to make any comments. And
Jim, you're really breaking up, but I think what I heard you asking me is if I had any comments about Career Jam.
Oh, that's fine. Sure.
Okay. Well, we're just so pleased that 3 of our employees are involved in that. As Mike said, our Assistant Dean of Enrollment, Matt Green, and then the 2 people in the Workforce Investment Office, Danielle and Chris Nardone. I think that's wonderful. So, we're disappointed, that the event won't be on campus, but we'll look forward to 2022. And I think this is going to be a really interesting experiment because in checking out that website, it's incredibly sophisticated. So I hope it, I was looking at it and I thought this is really probably right, in line with 8th and 9th graders who are so savvy about technology. I think they're going to love it personally. In fact, they may love it so much they won't want one in person, but we'll see. I'm eager to find out how that's going to work out. The other thing I wanted to mention that is really exciting right now for the college is that we have signed on with Greater Hudson Promise Neighborhood to be a partner in a grant that they're putting together through the Department of Education that would allow us to really enhance the pipeline for Hudson high school graduates as well as those graduates from Quastar 3 who live in Hudson And, we've budgeted a lot of funds in order to, provide the resources needed for these students to complete 30 hours at Columbia Green before they graduate from high school. So when they graduate from high school, they'll have a high school diploma plus half of an associate's degree. So if this comes to pass, we are thrilled. I believe the amount of money is between $4 and $7 million over a 5-year period. So it is a significant grant, and it aligns beautifully with a grant that the college just landed in January with Achieving the Dream, which is a national organization that helps students from underserved populations succeed. And we are proud to become one of the 300 community colleges in the United States that is now a member of ATD. And I'm feeling terrific about that because I think it's the first time that the college has received a private grant of that magnitude. So anyway, those are just a couple of updates, and we're chugging along. We will be having a drive-by commencement ceremony, cruising commencement. That's not the same, but at least, we'll be doing something, to honor our graduates from 2021. We're also reaching out to the class of 2020 to see if they would like to have a drive-by as well. And if we can, we'd like to reconnect with those people, but I don't know, we're living in a very strange time right now. We're very, we're distant from each other, unfortunately. And it's just, we'll get through it, but it's been a rocky road, to be sure. So thank you, Jim. Appreciate the time.
Carly, I think we've said this before, but the college, together with the county DOH, I think did a superb job on vaccinations.
Thank you. We're proud to partner with the DOH on that. It's interesting, though, that some people in the community thought that Columbia Green was the one, distributing the vaccines. So we were getting a lot of phone calls about, can I sign up? And it was like, no, you got to go through DOH. The great news about it is that our second-year nursing students are helping administer the vaccines. So that is really, that's great experience for them. And then just one other quick plug for the college. We last year in really at the end of 2019, I should say, developed a pipeline to SUNY Delhi so that nursing students can immediately go from Columbia Green to Delhi, but they can take classes on campus at Columbia Green without having to go to SUNY Delhi. So that partnership is, it's really starting to get some traction because the new ruling in New York State is that graduates of a nursing program have to have a Bachelor of Science in Nursing within 10 years. And 10 years goes really quickly, when students are involved in clinical studies and so forth. And so we're reaching out not only, to the classes that we're enrolling now to say, look at this pipeline, but we're also going to be working with CMH to see about our nursing alumni who are working at the hospital who might like to continue and get their BSN so that they can remain competitive in the workplace. Because in a short period of time, all nurses will have a BSN.
Any other comments, thoughts? And if not, I'd entertain a motion to adjourn. Reluctant to motion to adjourn.
One quick question.
Go ahead.
Forgive me if I'm supposed to know this. Is there a list of businesses that have been approached for Career Jam in case that we could see in case we want to recommend anybody?
Sure. We've sent it to our, it's a drill down type of marketing. We've sent it to between the 800 chamber members and the 1,500 plus on our list.
Okay.
I can send you the list of the 100 that we were promoting. But if you have anyone, send us their name and we'll reach out to them directly.
That's what I'll do. Thank you.
And one last thing for the board members on the call. Yesterday we got a letter from the SBA Each year at this time, we get a letter telling us how much we're eligible to apply for in connection with providing technical assistance from the grant that they provide us that funds the programs that Martha runs and Erin supports. And we were we're eligible for $180,000, which is up from $98,000 this year. So certainly the additional push and the additional work that was undertaken last year to double the loan origination portfolio was well acknowledged and recognized by the SBA in terms of almost doubling the amount of grant funds we can access next year. And we're looking now at how we might modify our business plan to be able to apply for the full amount. So we just want to congratulate Martha and the team and the work that Erin does to support it with the processing and administration of the loan fund.
Great.
So, thank you all.
Okay, everybody, then we stand adjourned. Take care, everyone.
Thank you.
Thank you, everyone. Have a good day.
You too.
Thank you.